Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would talk about some of the upcoming changes to Epcot. Now I know in a previous video I talked about the upcoming changes at Hollywood Studios with Toy Story Land and the Pixie Dog Dash and the Alien Swirling Saucers and everything that's happening there with the construction. So today I wanted to talk about Epcot. Now some of these things have been confirmed and some of these things are still rumors. So it's very interesting, I think, to follow these kinds of things because there are very dedicated Disney fans out there that go to extreme lengths to try and figure out before Disney announces what is happening in terms of construction. Now, I try really hard to only listen or read the more founded rumors, I guess, where there are people who are doing Google Earth like screenshots, and people are helicopters and comparing construction permits to the Google Earth images to see what's happening with construction and try and figure this stuff out. It's very, very interesting, but I did try my best to kind of pick the more founded and logical rumors and not just every last one. So like I said, Epcot. So first I'm going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy was confirmed at the D23 Expo in July to be coming to Epcot, and it is replacing the Universe of Energy, which was a 45-minute long ride with Ellen DeGeneres and Bill Nye regarding dinosaurs and energy and fossil fuels and everything like that. You're in this great big car and it moved slowly. So now they're changing it to Guardians of the Galaxy. And it was confirmed that it is going to be a roller coaster. I mean, that was a rumor for a long time, but that has officially been confirmed by Disney that it is actually going to be a roller coaster. Now, they are building another building directly behind the Universe of Energy building, and it's going to be massive. So given the height of, oh, I'm shaking the table. Given the height of the Universe of Energy building and the height that the new building is predicted to be, I think the rumors in terms of the height were based on the construction permits that these people found online. They're expecting the new building that they're building to be the bulk of where the ride is, and the current Universe of Energy building to be the pre-show line queue load area. Now the new building is rumored to be 10 stories tall. And there is a lot of concern among Disney fans that it is going to completely overshadow the Spaceship Earth icon, the golf ball, that you see right when you walk in to Epcot, because Universe of Energy, if it's a 10-story building, is going to seem very close to that. So we'll have to see what they do in terms of perspective. Now, I'm sure you're not going to just be able to see it and it's going to seem totally out of place because Disney does a very good job with that. For example, we know that in Toy Story Land, they are obscuring the parking structure by building a fence. So it seems like you're in Andy's backyard. Now from Morocco in World Showcase, you can see the back of Tower of Terror. So what they did there was they designed the back of Tower of Terror to seem Moroccan themed so that even though you can see it, it fits in with what you're seeing. So I'm sure it's not going to just stick out like a sore thumb. Disney does a very good job of making sure that doesn't happen, but that is a concern that some people mentioned. So like I said, the thought is it is because it is a roller coaster and because the building behind the Universe of Energy building is supposed to be 10 stories tall, the idea is the current Universe of Energy building is the queue and the load area. Now, this is also expected to be a launch style coaster, which if you're not familiar it's like Rock and Roller Coaster, where it's like 0 to 60, like instantly. California Screamin' would be another example of that. Now, when it was confirmed that it is going to be a roller coaster, it was also announced that it is going to be, I believe the words were new ride technology. So, of course, people started digging into this to see what does new ride technology mean. And now people are thinking it is going to be, and now this part is just a rumor, part sitting, part flying and in the dark. Now, there have been flying rides before. The Six Flags Great America, closest to us in Illinois, it has a Superman ride that is like that. I'll see if we can put a picture in of that so you can kind of get the idea. But you are flying on that ride the entire time. And now the rumor is, for Guardians of the Galaxy, that it will change from sitting to flying somewhere mid-ride and in the dark. But like I said, those are rumors. Now, another thing that people are talking about in regard to Guardians of the Galaxy is what it is going to do for crowd levels. And if you have been to Epcot right when they open, there is a huge number of people that are going straight to Soarin', and then which you go in and go to the right. Now, Test Track is admittedly in the opposite direction. That one I feel like is a less all-encompassing family ride than, I mean, there are height requirements of Soarin', so it's not like you can take a 2-year-old on it, but it's not quite as much of a thrill ride as Test Track, where you're going 60 miles an hour in a car. So because of that, I feel like more people probably go toward Soarin' right away in the morning, but I mean, that part is just my opinion. But anyway, now if you think about where Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be, it's going to more evenly split up, presuming it opens right at park opening, and it will be open for morning extra magic hours. It will more evenly disperse the crowds right when the park opens. And then of the people going to the left, which were previously going to Test Track and Mission Space, they will split up further to go to Guardians of the Galaxy and then Test Track, Mission Space. So that was something that was discussed as well, in how these Disney fanatics really think it's going to be great for crowd control levels and putting something on that end of the park. Because yes, there was a ride there previously with Universe of Energy, but it was hardly a huge draw for people. I loved it because I love Ellen, and it is very nostalgic, was very nostalgic for me, but let's be honest, people were not running to Universe of Energy as soon as it opened. Now, it is the only, in terms of opening date, the only thing that has been announced is that it is planned to be open by 2021, which is when Disney will be celebrating their 50th anniversary. And by Disney, I mean Walt Disney World, not Epcot, but Disney World will be celebrating their 50th anniversary in 2021, so we just know it will be opening sometime before that. Now, the other big change that's coming to Epcot is the Ratatouille ride, which is happening in the France Pavilion in World Showcase. The Ratatouille ride, as I think I've mentioned before, is expected to be the same as, I mean, I say same because I don't remember the exact words that Disney used in the announcement, and I don't think they ever used the word identical, but it is expected to be the same as the Ratatouille ride in Disneyland Paris, which my husband and I had the pleasure of riding when we were in Disneyland Paris, I think it was 3 years ago now. Very, very cool ride. Like I talked about in my other video mentioning the Ratatouille ride, definitely a motion sickness ride. I'm definitely gonna have to take Dramamine. It is a trackless system, and you're watching a 3D movie, and you're in a car, and I'll see if we can find some pictures of the Ratatouille ride in Paris and put it in the video so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But in terms of cars, it kind of reminds me of the cars that are used for Figment. But it is much faster, and you're kind of like zooming around while you're watching this movie, and the idea is you are the size of Ratatouille. You're the size of the rat, and you are in the kitchen, and so you're like real small compared to everything really big around you. And you're scurrying around in the kitchen. So it is a very cool ride. Now this, like I said, this is coming to the France Pavilion, and the France Pavilion is getting a large expansion. So because of this, and because of the location, it's expected to be behind and kind of to the side of where the France Pavilion currently, like the borders of it where it ends. Because of this, there is no need for any of the current shops and restaurants and what am I trying to say? The shops, the restaurants, the movie, none of that needs to close. Now, they have not, to my knowledge, Disney has not announced for sure that nothing is closing, but based on where it's going, it's not replacing anything. So like I said, it's going behind and to the side, and hopefully we can show you some artist renderings to show you kind of what's going to happen and how they're expanding it. Now, the expansion is expected to be 5.4 acres. Given the size of the pavilions currently, that is going to be a very large expansion. Now, like I said, it's going to be behind and to the side. It is going to be to the side of the International Gateway, which is the entrance to World Showcase from the boardwalk. And that is also where the Disney Skyliner is going to be. That's where the Skyliner station is going to be, the Epcot station. And I'm going to do a separate video on the Skyliner as well. But in terms of crowd, what is this going to do for crowds? You have to think that there's going to be a much larger influx of people coming through the International Gateway than were before, because you are going to have guests coming on the Skyliner from Pop Century and Art of Animation and Caribbean Beach and the new DVC Riviera Resort once it's built, because all of those resorts are going to be on the Skyliner. And so you're going to have all of those guests along with the guests from the boardwalk, the Swan, the Dolphin, the Yacht Club, and the Beach Club coming into the International Gateway. And right now, everybody, when they go into the International Gateway, I guess it depends on the time of day. I'm presuming they're coming in the morning. Everybody in the morning is either going to Future World or Norway, where Frozen Ever After is located, because nothing else in World Showcase is open right away in the morning. It doesn't open until 11. Now, this is just my speculation, but because this ride is pretty popular and it's a pretty major ride, we're not talking like Tower of Terror major or Rock and Roller Coaster major, you know, it's not a huge thrill ride, but it's a pretty major ride. It's not like the Three Caballeros in Mexico in terms of popularity based on its popularity in Paris. And like I said, since I've ridden it before, that's my opinion there. But I'm guessing they're going to have it open during morning extra magic hours. I'm sorry, they're going to have it open right away in the morning like they do Frozen, rather than waiting until 11 when they open the rest of the World Showcase. If they open France and they open Norway in the morning, rather than waiting until 11 in the morning, that is going to be a huge dispersion of crowds, rather than, I mean, all of the crowds in World Showcase were only in Norway, because that's all that was open. So that's another topic of conversation that people were discussing, I guess, in terms of the Ratatouille ride. Now, hopefully, we'll see if we can find an aerial view of World Showcase so you can see where these are. Now, they're like almost complete opposite sides of World Showcase. So I would have to wonder if Disney did that intentionally, again, in terms of crowd dispersing. I like dispersal. In terms of crowd dispersal, in terms of dispersing the crowds, I have to wonder if they intentionally picked things that were on the complete opposite ends of World Showcase to help disperse crowds. There's also a rumor, now this has not been confirmed, but there's a rumor that there's going to be a minor attraction coming to the United Kingdom Pavilion. And the rumor is that the front runner is a Mary Poppins type of ride. And now this will be a minor ride, it's not going to be huge, but, and again, this is just a rumor anyway, so it's not like that has even been confirmed, but that has been a rumor happening for a while. This was not announced at D23, however. But if you think about crowds again, all of the people coming into the International Gateway, if the majority of them are going to France, because that's that's the first ride they're going to see when they come in, the United Kingdom Pavilion is on the other side of the entrance, so that would be a good way to split up the crowds evenly, to half the people go to France and half the people go to the United Kingdom. Again, that was not announced. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, the only thing Disney announced in terms of the opening date for Ratatouille is that it will be open by 2021 when Walt Disney World has their 50th anniversary celebration. So sometime before 2021 is all we know. That is what is happening with the new rides and the construction that's going on currently at Epcot. I think it's very interesting, and I will try and keep you guys posted as new things come to light. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.